Ameniola on the street of Lagos again. Ikorodu to be precise. Agric to be precise. A quick one. How are you? Do people really mean it when they say how are you? Come with me. Let's ask. What's your name, sir?
My name is Amazing DJ Avatar 001.
Okay, I have a question for you, sir. When people say how are you, do you really think people mean it when they say how are you?
Yes, and I can as well say no, because some people just want to know how you feel, you know. Some people want to know what's bothering you that moment. That's why they ask how about you.
Oh, okay. So when I ask you how are you now, do you really think I mean it?
Yes, I will see it from your action. If you really want to know how I feel, I will answer you fine, no problem.
And what if I tell you I'm not fine? What would be your reaction?
Then I would like to know if I can help you with anything.
So that's it. Thank you. Ameniola, I'm here with.
I'm Mommy Samson.
Okay, Mommy Samson, quick question. When people say how are you, do you really think people mean it when they say how are you?
Yes. Some people mean it.
Okay, in what way, ma?
People can ask you how are you, then you say I'm fine. People that like you, they may ask you how are you doing, say you're fine. But if you are not fine, you will express yourself.
Oh, okay. That's very good.
Yes.
Tell me about something. How are you? Talk about how are you? Sure, we really mean it. Talk about something. How are you?
I mean it.
Okay. In what way, ma?
Àwọn míì ní inú wọn kàn fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu ni wọ́n mean it.
Okay.
So àwọn míì mean it. Wọ́n care with happiness.
Okay, ma. Thank you. Ameniola, who am I here with?
Madam Abiola Lawal.
Okay, Madam Abiola, a quick question. When people say how are you, do you really think people mean it when they say how are you?
My own is when somebody asks me how are you, if you are adult, I will answer you, I am fine.
Okay.
But if you are my friend, I'll tell you, sure, we're okay, sure, why me like that. So that's how it is.
Okay, for instance, now, you know, some people will say, how are you? They just want to know what you're actually passing through. And if you tell them, some people will just be like, okay, maybe you should look for a solution to yourself. But some people, if you ask them, how are you? And they tell you, I'm not fine. And some people tell you, I'm fine. So in that perspective, if somebody asks you, how are you? And they ask you, and you say, I'm not fine. What do you think is going to be that person's expectation?
Like I said earlier, that if it's an adult that I answer, I am fine.
Okay.
The person will say, are you sure you are fine?
Okay.
So maybe from there we can keep talking, and I will explain one or two that this is what I'm facing, or this. But if it's my friend and she said, how are you? And I said, definitely she should know that I'm facing something or something like that. So I will keep explaining to her too. She might not be able to help.
Yeah, sure.
She understand, but at least we rub minds and like, babe, calm down. These are things let's hope on God or something like that.
Okay. Ameniola, who am I here with?
With joy.
Okay. Quick question, ma. When people say how are you, do you really think people mean it when they say how are you?
Yeah. I know they mean it. How are you? We just say fine.
Okay. But to your own understanding now, for instance, now, if someone who you are older than asks you how are you, how will you say that?
No, I cannot answer him, he or her.
What would be your response, ma?
I would think maybe that is insult. How would a little child ask me how are you?
Okay. For instance, now your age mate asks you how are you.
I will respond.
Okay.
I will say fine.
Okay, ma.
Yes, we are speaking with Yemi.
Okay. Miss Yemi, quick question, ma. If people say how are you, do you really think they mean it when they say that how are you?
Well, how are you meant a lot. Some people will like to make jest of you. They will now ask you, how are you? Some, maybe probably they heard that the person was not feeling fine before, and they want to know after his or her health, how is she? They can ask, how are you? But Gen Z, like all these small children that is not even of my age, may approach me and say, how are you? But there's nothing I can do than to see them as Gen Z. I will equally answer him or her. I'm fine. I will even go to the extent of thanking him or her for asking after my health or asking how am I. So I don't take it as an offense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma. Thank you for your time, ma. I really appreciate, ma.
Thank you.
Okay. Most times it depends on the context of that statement. Some people might mean it as a social courtesy or like to get to really know how you're feeling. That's all.
Well, I think it depends on the relationship with the person. It depends on the relationship, okay? If they were just acquaintances, you could just, when you're passing by, you could just ask, how are you? And it's supposed to be, I'm fine, that's it. But if it were to be your friend, and even if the person asks, how are you? And just on the surface, you answer, I am fine. The friend could go deeper and ask, I really mean, how are you? So if the person repeats it and asks again, how are you? Then you know that it's going beyond just mere saying, how are you?
If small pikin asks me, how are you? In my mind, I would think like, is this one okay? But I will answer him that I'm fine. But if it's elderly, if they ask me, how are you? I will say, I'm fine.
Actually, there are some people that keep malice and they have grudges in their mind. So if they say, how are you? They don't totally mean it inside their deep mind. But some people are very liberal and they are very decent. If they say, how are you? They mean it with their total mind. So how are you is a language that people use to know that the subordinates are fair. How is he cooperating with the life up and down? So some people are using the language just to see you as somebody nearby to them, to ask for your affair, whether what you are passing through is a negative or positive. But some people, they are using it just to mess you up, just to laugh at you.
Thank you, sir.